Hey, what's up, coach? Welcome back to a brand new episode. So, what I want you to do, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel because at this point we've got three or four pieces of content that are going out on a weekly basis, right? So you can stay up to date, get help with your business through there. Content is free. So essentially, you should be able to grow your own business through just watching our content on YouTube. Now, if you want more personalized help and you want to work with me one-on-one, currently I've got a soccer trainer accelerator program that I've now been running for a while now. We've got 20 plus coaches that I work with one-on-one on a monthly basis. If you want to be one of those coaches, right? Best thing to do is visit the description below this video, click on my Calendly link, book a call with me. We can get on a call and I can talk to you a bit more about exactly what the Trainer Accelerator is, how it helps you, and how you can work with me on a more personal one-on-one basis so we can get specific help with your business. Now, today is something that I work with coaches on a regular basis. A lot of coaches that come to me, they come in from the club system, and a lot of them are employed by clubs, but they also have their own side business that they're doing, working with clients one-on-one or in a small group setting. So some coaches that I work with are employed and self-employed. Some coaches now that I work with are self-employed full-time. Okay. Now this video is going to help you if you are at a stage now where you're getting a bit frustrated with the club soccer system and you feel that, you know what, now's the right time to move away from it and start my own business and try to do this full time. So I'm going to give you three very simple steps that I work with coaches on, I help coaches to do, and it's going to be three very simple steps that's going to give you advice on how to transition from being a club coach into now starting a private coaching business where you can essentially become your own boss, you can work with your own players, and you have the opportunity to have unlimited amount of income working with as many players and parents as you want. Okay. So a lot of coaches want to leave the club system for many reasons, right? Some don't like the club politics. Some don't like the teams that they're working with, and they're not able to work with better teams. Others have kind of hit a ceiling with the amount of income they can make from club soccer, and now they want to transition into starting a business where they can dictate their income, they can dictate who they work with, and they can build a program based on their own philosophy and how they want to coach. So these are three very simple steps. Okay. What I would recommend though, if you are at that stage where you want to make the shift, book a call with me and I'll be able to advise you a lot better whether you are at the right stage to be able to do this. Okay. Because not all coaches are at the right stage to shift over and to start a business themselves. Some coaches need to be in the club system a bit longer so they can get more experience, get more qualifications, get more credibility. And then when they're ready, then we can make that shift into now becoming a business owner. So the first thing, right? So the first step is securing your first clients before you decide to quit club soccer. So I've made some bullet points here, okay? And hopefully these bullet points will give you a bit of a better idea on what you need to do, right? So I've made the first point is talk to trusted parents and players about private or small group training. Okay. So if you're at a stage where you want to make that shift, you want to work with your own players, you want to start a business, start talking to parents that you're already working with, right, at the club level. A lot of parents want that extra training. They want a private trainer, but they don't know where to look, right? Or they don't exactly know who to trust for that training. Now, if you are a coach on that child's team, they've already built a relationship with you, they know how you work. So it would naturally be the best and first step to take, right? Speak to parents. Are you guys interested in extra training away from the club sessions? Okay, and that would be a good way to see if there is demand and start to build a business around your own network. Okay. Now, the next point is, and this is something I did when I first started, was I offered trial sessions or taster sessions to start to demonstrate my coaching value to new parents and players. Okay, so when no one knows you, no one knows how you coach, you need to find creative ways to get in front of your audience. And the easiest way to do that is offer free taster sessions, right? It could be in one-on-one setting, it could be in a group setting, it could be offering your services to teams as well, right? But you've got to demonstrate your value to your audience, right? And the best way to do that is start to offer taster sessions. Right. Next one is focus on skill development, like shooting, ball control, speed, and confidence. I've just put this down because just kind of like a sort of template of criteria to follow. But what I always recommend to coaches that want to get into this is become a specialist at something you're good at. And this is why I'm a massive believer that not all coaches are at that stage to make that shift into becoming a business owner. Because once you start to develop your own coaching philosophy and the way of developing players, and you've helped players to develop and get to that next level, then that's when a business could be the best next step in your coaching career. Okay. But in order to do that, you need to have the experience working with players of all age groups, at all levels, and also in different settings. So it could be one-on-one, it could be groups, it could be doing camps, it could be doing clinics, residential camps, okay? And it could be working with adults, right? Because you might then want to build a business around working with professional or adult footballers, okay? So having that experience, having the credibility and having the knowledge is going to help you when it comes to starting your own business, because you're already going to have a philosophy in place of what you want to focus your business on. Okay. Now I've put a very average, right, pricing, and this is just to give you guys a bit of a guide. Again, when you start your business, your pricing isn't going to be perfect, but I've put this on an average of what coaches are currently charging at the moment. But the more value you add, and this is something I do when I work with coaches, more value we add to our program, the higher we can charge. Okay, so I put a typical price in for one-to-one sessions is anywhere between 40 to 80 dollars per hour. And then you've got small groups, anywhere between 3 to 4 players. At the moment, the market rate is 25 to 40 per player. That's what typically coaches are charging per session. But there's a lot of ways that you can charge a lot more. But that's what I do with coaches. I help them to be able to add more value so they can charge more. Okay. So at the main goal you want, right, before leaving your club position is to have at least had 5 to 10 taster sessions with players and parents. Okay. Because from those 5 to 10, you will get a rough idea whether, first of all, you enjoy private training, because you might enjoy more the club environment. Two, whether there is a market out there for what you do. Okay, because if you've had 5 to 10 taster sessions, the chances are you will get some parents that will want to pay for extra training from that experience from you. And then also, it's going to give you a much better idea of what to focus on, right? So if you've worked with anywhere between 5 to 10 players in a private setting, you will have a better idea, right? What age group do I want to build my business around? What do I want to focus on in terms of my business philosophy? What do I want to specialize in? And also, do you want to work with boys or girls? Okay, because you might have some players that you do one-on-one that are girls, and you really enjoy working with female footballers. It might be a case that you don't enjoy working with female footballers and you want to dedicate yourself just to working with male footballers, right? So offering those free taster sessions, working with at least 5 to 10 taster sessions and players at the beginning will give you a better idea of whether, first of all, you enjoy it. Is this needed by parents? Okay. Do they want that your type of coaching? And then also gives you a rough idea of who you want to train as well in terms of age group, level, and so on. Right, now the next step, so you've secured your first clients, right? You've offered taster sessions. Hopefully now you've got a few that are now willing to pay for the extra training. The next step is to set up the basics of your coaching business, right? So that means choosing a business name. That means setting up a booking system. That means setting up payment systems. Also, purchasing insurance, right? If you are a coach, you're running business, you're running a training business, you're working with clients, you need to make sure you have insurance that protects you and your business. And then you need to make sure that you have a location, a steady location that you can use on a regular basis, right? Those are just some very simple, a very simple checklist in order to start your business and set the basics up, right? Again, anything on here I can help you with. Visit description in the Calendly link. That's going to be the best place. We can expand on any points that I've made in this presentation. And then the third one is market yourself like a performance coach, right? So this could be as you start to grow in terms of more taster sessions, more clients that are paying, sharing training clips and drills on social media, posting improvement videos, showing your client progress, collecting testimonials from parents and players so we can use that as social proof, and then starting to organize more group type of training models such as camps. If you're doing one-to-one, you might want to start offering small groups. I always say to coaches, and when I work with coaches, shifting into the group model is going to be the most profitable. You can work with more players. You can charge more, essentially. Well, you can make more money working with more players, but also you reduce the amount of hours you work during the week compared to one-to-one coaching. Okay, so coach, if you need any help, right? If you are a club coach at the moment and you're in that position where, do you know what, I want to shift from what I'm currently doing and I want to move into the private coaching industry and I want to start a business, then description below this video is going to be the best place you and me can connect and you can get my one-on-one help, right? Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with all the latest content, and I'll see you on the next video.